everyone. This is Carly. I am Matheson Miles' mom. And here's our yoga refresh for September. Just a quick little 10-minute yoga video to kind of loosen up our bodies. And we'll have a little nutritional education at the end. It's actually Libra Day, and if you're at all enjoying warm weather, getting a special treat, because it's probably about 10 to maybe 15 or 20 degrees warmer than usual. So our bodies are looser, but we can still loosen up a little bit more. And now the three areas that tend to hold the most tension are the necks, the shoulders, and the hips. And with us starting virtual academies or any type of distance learning, the shoulders especially, and depending on how you hold your neck, might be holding a lot of tension. So we're going to do our short video focusing mainly on the shoulders and a little bit of the neck. So let's start in our child's pose. Breathing in. We can take one full breath in for the body, letting it settle down. One full breath in for the thoughts, and a final breath in for the emotions. Now from here you can bring your arms back, and you can slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. And let's start by rolling the shoulders back. Now from here, you can raise your arms overhead and bring your hands to your heart center to either thank yourself or set an intention. And you can come to all fours. Now, like I said, it's a warmer day, so it won't be as hard to warm up. And we can do a couple of cat-cows just to get the spinal muscles that go along the spine a little bit looser, a little bit freer. Now from here, we'll push back into downward facing dog. Going ahead and pushing one leg down, and then the other leg down, and then both legs down. And we can walk our feet as close as we can get to our hands. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. And now from here, we'll stand up. Now we'll raise our arms overhead and bring our hands to our heart center again. From here, we can raise the arms up, and this time spend a few minutes plugging them into the sky. You can come up on your tiptoes, because that helps you regain a little bit of balance. But see if you're coming in up on your tiptoes, as well as plugging your hands into the sky if you can lower the shoulders. Then setting down on your feet, and go ahead and bring some movement into the shoulders by swaying back and forth. Because yoga isn't always stagnant. It's stagnant in poses where you want to gain length, and then it brings movement into the muscles. Come down to a chair pose. Now keep your legs in chair, but go ahead and twist your arms into your eagle. Eagle arms are very helpful for the shoulders. Now look at which arm is on the top and take the opposite leg over. Now from here, sit into your eagle. And you can humble your eagle if you want to get into your hips, which is also one of the three areas that tend to hold tension. Now from here, bring yourself up. And then see if you can, because you probably are a little bit more open if you can work on your balance by stepping yourself up and kicking yourself out. Go ahead and jump it out a little bit and bring your arms overhead again. Now from here, you can bring your other arm on top and then sit down into your chair. Once you're in that chair, go ahead and bring that right leg up, or the opposite leg. It may be the left for you. You can humble your eagle. Sitting down into your hips. And once you're ready, go ahead and come up. And as gracefully as you can, come out of it. And jump up a little bit. Now from here, raise your arms up overhead. And roll your spine down, really concentrating on the shoulders. Now you're coming here back to a plank pose. Now go ahead and let's build some strength in those shoulders and come over to our side plank. You can look up at the ceiling. You can raise your leg if you want to add in some leg strength. If you're feeling really energetic and really enjoying the day, you can try and grab onto your toe. But that's kind of advanced, so you can stay here or you can stay here. Then come through the middle, put that hand down, and switch over to the other side, looking up to the ceiling. Now, one side may be stronger than the other. We're all different. You can play with your variations. Trying to just breathe through the body and really feel the shoulders. So we're trying right now with this pose to infuse some strength into our shoulders. When you do exercise and movement, balancing strength building with stretching helps you gain a better range of motion. You push back to your downward facing dog, which elongates the shoulders, and actually, as your body opens, feels more like a resting pose. Now, since it's warm and we want to work a little bit, come to a plank pose, and you can lower your knees, keep your knees up, lower all the way down to the ground, and push yourself up into a cobra. So if you want to do a little cobra, you can do it here on your forearms. If you want to do a big cobra, because I know some people are pretty well versed in yoga, you can push up on your hands. Now this also stretches through the spine, which is really helpful. You can look down to lengthen the neck, whether you're in your little mini cobra or your advanced cobra. And then you're going to lower down and push up and back into downward facing dog. Now from here, we're going to jump forward and roll up and do 2 more standing poses. Doing a little bit more energetic stuff because it's a bright, warm day. So we're going to jump our legs out and we're going to do first warrior 2. So you're going to point one foot out and the other foot in at like a 45-degree angle. From here, you're going to bend down into the front leg. But because we're working the shoulders, we're going to take our shoulders into cow arms. So one arm, the back arm goes up, and the front arm goes underneath. So this stretches through both shoulders in different ways. The back arm is getting a bit of a tricep extension, whereas the front arm is getting more of a pull down the top area, the trapezius, the rhomboid. And we're going to breathe here. And we're also working our legs a little bit. And we're going to come up, switch arms, point the back foot in, the front foot out. And we're going to sit down into the other arm, switching our other leg, switching arms as well. So really feeling it, and one arm might feel tighter than the other, and one shoulder might not feel as well. If this is too hard for you, you can always grab a strap or a tie or a belt and just pull your arms together. I'm relatively flexible, so this pose isn't challenging for me to do without a prop. But it might be challenging for you depending on what sports you play or what exercises you've been doing. We're going to come up and we'll jump it in and jump it out for a moment. And then we're going to jump it out again. And again, now we're going to do one final pose that kind of stretches through the shoulders. Standing pose. And we're going to reach forward, and this is triangle. Pretend someone's got a lasso and they're pulling your arm. And you come down, and you look up and you try to align the arms. They may not align perfectly, but you look up at the ceiling and you breathe. Breathing for 1, breathing for 2, breathing for 3. And then you come up again. You turn the feet, you turn the legs, and you reach. And again, you breathe for 1, you breathe for 2, and you breathe for 3. And then you come up. And now we're going to jump the legs together, and we're going to come down into Malasana. Now from here, we'll just sit down. We'll take a moment to roll our spine down and come into a Shavasana. Because it's a warm day, a big wide Shavasana taking up lots of space is what I would recommend, so that your muscles fully can feel the extension, which is easier to do with the help of the warm day. Now take 1 breath in for the body, 1 breath in for the mind, and 1 breath in for the thoughts. And then you can bring yourself to your seat, bring your hands to your heart center, thank yourself and remember your intention. Thank you for doing your little yoga break. And before I leave, I'll give you a little nutrition fact, because I like to always give one of those. Since we eat every day, it's a good idea to put something good into your body. So 2 foods that are commonly eaten on Labor Day, either in a dish or by themselves, are corn and tomatoes. Tomatoes typically on hamburgers or in tomato salads, and corn, a lot of people do corn on the cob. So I looked up some nutrients in both of them. Corn is actually considered a relatively healthy food. Sometimes it's considered a grain and sometimes it's considered a vegetable. When you eat corn that's like corn on the cob that's not processed, it's actually very high in fiber, vitamin C and vitamin B vitamins. So vitamin C is really great right now with the pandemic because it helps your immune system, and B vitamins help with energy. And fiber just helps your digestive tract. As far as tomatoes, tomatoes have a high content of an antioxidant called lycopene. And antioxidants just help your body in long term in processing things and fighting disease and free radicals, which can make your body not function as well biochemically. It also can help with eyesight. Besides the lycopene, tomatoes are also high in vitamin C, which is an antioxidant that helps the immune system and does a plethora of other things that we can talk about at some other time. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful month of September.